a beautiful specimen. I think I'll make that little table that I've been talking about making. We got some tar or patina from some smoke, fire at some point, something on there. Alright, so I'm cutting down the 2x4 into 18 inch whatnot chunks and ripping it down on the old bandsaw. There's my original design I came up with that a few weeks ago. I wanted to make a table that doesn't have a lot of joinery showing, just a top and some legs. I had come up with this idea for legs using kind of an elegant line coupled with rusticness to it, and finally getting around to it today. So the process of making the legs, I start with a template using the actual material I'm going to be using rather than some other template material, and that gives me a feel for how it's going to look in that material. And then I try to get two legs out of one chunk so that they can be flipped and reversed and traced again. There's the top coming together. For my joinery, I just had some old bolts lying around. Some of them were carriage bolts and I didn't have any way to really screw them in, so I cut slots into them so that I could just use a big flathead screwdriver. And basically I'm just going to screw the legs right into those. It went pretty smoothly. They're actually pretty sturdy in there too. Adjusting the angle of the legs was pretty simple with a little T-square, and once I put the first bolt in I could kind of adjust a little bit before I put the other two in. The last leg, I stood it up to get the right height on it, and you can see there that it hangs a little bit lower, but it's rustic, so I'm just going to leave it that way. And I use, on this rustic stuff, basically one file to cut all the corners down. I like to leave it kind of rough and then use 100 grit sandpaper just to take off anything that might catch your hand. Age all the wood again where it had been freshly cut, so I used the blowtorch to darken it, and I really like how it made the grain pop out. And then a coat of linseed oil on top of that really brought out a rich tone to it. And there it is.